Hi, this is Casa of Africa Pop, about to share my cauliflower jollof rice recipe. It is gluten-free, it's low in calories, it's low carb, vegan, absolutely perfect dish for those from the West African or really Africa, or if you just love African food and are familiar with jollof rice, it tastes like the same thing, but slashing the calories in half. And I'm also going to do a side of stewed beef for our meat lovers there if you want to get the extra dose of protein. So let's get started. Okay, so for ingredients, and they will be listed on the description box, you're going to need a can of tomato paste, beef if you want to make the stewed beef, but if not, you can forget about it. Tomato sauce, some coconut milk, onion, about a cup of onions or one large onions, or you can get them pre-diced like we have here. Your curry powder, thyme. I'm not gonna have direct measurements because no one really in African Nigerian cuisine does direct, but I'll try to do a guesstimate. And here we have our cauliflower rice. You can chop it up smaller pieces if you want to. We have a regular rice. 2 tomatoes, it could be any kind, but it could be Roma, but I have the ripe vine tomatoes. 2 habanero peppers, we like our food spicy. Salt and pepper, some Maggi cubes, and canola oil to fry everything together. So there you have it. So right now I just seasoned the beef with salt and pepper, and I'm getting ready to put it in the hot pan. All right, so you want to make sure that your skillet is medium to medium high heat. You want it hot enough so that you can get a nice sear on the beef. And the way you can tell it's hot enough, if you place your hand over it and you can feel the heat, and I most definitely feel the heat. So what I'm gonna do is take the beef that's been seasoned with salt and pepper and put it in the pan. Woo! And try not to burn myself. And I put 2 tablespoons of canola oil on the pan. So make sure you let it stay there long enough for it to sear on the ends. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit because it's very hot. And then you're gonna give it a turn and let it be nice and brown. As you can see, the beef is nice and brown. It has that brown, nice sear to it. We're just letting the liquid dissolve, and then we're gonna transfer to the plate and start working on our rice. All right, so we have the hot skillet again. It was clean. We put in about a tablespoon of oil, and now we're adding about half diced onions. And you hear the sizzle. We're gonna caramelize these onions, and then we're going to fry our cauliflower. That is the secret, so that it is not mushy and still has a bit of crunch. Once your onions are caramelized, as you see, they're getting golden brownish at the edges, then we add our cauliflower rice, the whole thing. We want to make sure we try to dry it out as much as possible so that we can get it nice and toasty, so that it won't become mushy when you add it into your base for the jollof. So here's the cauliflower, and it is frying. If you could smell it, it smells really great. It's marinated in we have the onions in there, and then we have, of course, it's frying in the the canola oil. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just let this fry as much as it can, because cauliflower is full of water. And while this is frying in the pan and making sure that we move it from time to time, we're gonna start working on our base for the jollof rice. Okay, so we have some tomatoes going. The onions most definitely gonna go in. I'm gonna cut up the habanero peppers right here, and then we're gonna blend it all together. So we got our onions, tomato sauce, tomato paste, habanero peppers, all in there. Let's blend it up. Once it's plugged in, let's plug it. So let's blend it. There we go. right, you see that it is quite brown, the onion. So we're just gonna go ahead and add our tomato sauce. Ooh, gonna hear it, oh Lord. Ooh. There we go. And we really wanna get it nice and deep red looking. And then the magic happens. Add some salt and pepper, which you're gonna do. Eventually add the curry and the thyme. If you wanna add some bay leaves, that's fine. Maggi, of course. And watch it all work together. All right, so we're adding, I will say, a teaspoon worth of thyme, whatever you call it. About 2 teaspoons worth of curry powder, and ooh, it smells so fragrant. And then we're gonna add our coconut milk. Now this, what helps not make the habanero so strong. Ooh, this one, there we go. Add some liquid, it kind of thins out the stew, but it helps make a really nice, delicious base for the jollof, for the cauliflower rice to cook. And then also for the regular rice, if you're gonna add brown rice or parboiled rice or whatever type of rice that you want into the base. And if you, again, have your beef stew, we're gonna add some of this to the pot and cook some of the beef so we can have some stewed beef. If you need an animal protein or whatever type of proteins you like, the main star of this dish is the cauliflower rice. All right, so we're gonna have it where we just poured a scoop of the jollof base sauce onto the beef. It smells so good, y'all. Can't wait for y'all to do this. And now we're gonna add the cauliflower. I'm gonna put the jollof rice base, I'm gonna kind of reduce it so that it doesn't completely slap me in the face. So we're gonna put the cauliflower, let's see how this goes, into the pot, like so. Yes, holding it in there. Let's get a complete shot. It smells so good. Don't know if you can really see it all the way, but there's the cauliflower rice soaking it all up. And then we're gonna add just only a 3/4 cups of regular rice. And what I did is I kind of rinsed it with a little bit of water. And now we're gonna add the rice to the pot so it can cook. I don't really need to add too much liquid because the liquid that's in cauliflower, because it's really full of water, is going to also cook the rice too. The beef is nice and sauced up. And if you look over, the rice is cooking. We're gonna put this on low. We want it to cook low and slow. We'll put a little bit more water so to help cook the rice, but not too much because we don't want to have mushy rice. The cauliflower helps with cooking the rice, and this is going to be so good. I can't wait for y'all to see the final result. So you gotta taste throughout when you're making this just to make sure that the rice is done to your likeness. If there's a little bit of hardness in it, as you see, you really can't even tell the difference between the rice and the cauliflower, which is what we want. And again, this is the way that you sneak in your vegetables so that you can get the abs that you want, that the waistline can slim down, because it comes down to what we eat. You cannot out-work out a bad diet. Ready? All right, y'all, the moment of truth. Ooh, sizzling hot pan. Got a little bit of brown bits. Now, I know what you're thinking. This looks almost like a jambalaya, and yeah, it could be. But if you like a saucy jollof rice, here it is. So we have our cauliflower jollof rice. And then you can always add, before it gets cooked, some more rice, or double the cauliflower. Again, I'll tell you what was used in these ingredients, but then you can most definitely add. And there is some of the beef, if you like beef. And there you have it. We have cauliflower rice with stewed beef. It tastes amazing. It is awesome. and you will truly enjoy it. All right, y'all, this is my bowl. As you can see, we have that savory beef on top. I can't really even tell what is the rice and what is the cauliflower. It's so amazing, it's saucy, it's delicious, and you will really enjoy it. So please comment below you made the recipe, any modifications that you have, and let me know what healthy switches that you want next for any Nigerian dish. Let's make our food healthier, but still keep the taste.